Hello and welcome to me bombastically going through my records, and this one is Paul McCartney and Wings, and so we've got to have a bit of that, don't we? So what I'll do is I'll go through them and show them. Doesn't get any more self-explanatory than that, doesn't it? So here I am showing my things. No, or here I am. So here I am showing my wings. So there's a couple of Australian pressings to start off with. That's the Australian pressing to Hi Hi Hi, which got old Fab Macca in a bit of trouble, didn't it? So the first part of the career of Wings, I actually don't have any of the picture sleeves really. I've just got the generic Australian Apple things, like when we are giving Ireland back to the Irish there, which also got him into a bit of trouble. So what did he decide to do? He inflicted this on us. Yeah. His version of Mary Had a Little Lamb, as so eloquently put down there. So according to Paul, Mary had a little lamb because in the past she came to him, so she obviously was bearing lambs. That would be something for the record books, wouldn't it? So before I get to some another picture sleeve, I'll just run through these. So you've got the Australian pressing to Live and Let Die. I'll just sort of flare it like that and sort of give you a bit of reflection. Then you've got the American pressing of Hell on Wheels, or Hell on Wheels. And then we've got another pressing there of Band on the Run, which seems to have been owned by John someone. And then last but not least, before we get into it, is now some countries did release this, Mrs. Vanderbilt, and that is where we get our first picture cover, Mrs. Vanderbilt, and this is from Germany. So you've got a lot of blue there. No, I haven't put it through one of those hokey effects of mine. No, I don't need to. Oh, I could and change the colours. could do a bit of two-tone there and change the colours around. Oh, wow, what an amazing psychedelic experience. Yeah, right, sorry about that. So we've then got Australian pressing to My Love there. Try not to flare it. Obviously from the Red Rose Speedway album. Then we've got Junior's Farm, and that leads us into a couple of picture sleeves to do with Junior's Farm. This is the German pressing there of the song. No, you're too late for Helen Wheels. And then we've got what I think... Yeah. And then we've got French pressing to Junior's Farm. So having a bit of a Junior's Farm pressing there. Ooh, wonder what the farm would be pressing. Oh. Funnily enough, in looking at the... Is that trying to be a banana or a leftover photo shoot from them trying to do something for Sea Moon? And then you've got Australian pressing to Venus and Mars Rock Show there. And the American pressing to Listen to What the Man Said. Obviously that's... So when you see that I yeah, nasty ringwear though. That will be kind of like, listen to what the man said. Get out some soap and water and clean the thing. And there's the Australian pressing for Letting Go. There we are. There's that. And then we've got French pressing for Letting Go. looking all knock-kneed and, oh, isn't that nice? Linda's borrowed some trousers from the Bay City Rollers. She's just bleached the tartan out of them. So then, after letting go, you then had the Speed of Sound. And it's just interesting. These are the Australian pressings to Let 'Em In and Silly Love Songs. Just interesting how they did the labels just that slightly bit different. But it still told you that it was at the Speed of Sound. So you had Wings at the Let 'Em In Speed of Sound. Wings at the Let 'Em In Wings speed. Oh, forget it. Just trying to be a smart ass there, aren't I? I think I'll just continue with the next one, which is, well, according to this version of Maybe I'm Amazed is from West Germany. So there you go. I'm West German amazed. Westly German amazed. So there we go, from Wings Over America, from West Germany. And next up is a single that I think most people should know. This is the Australian pressing of Mull of Kintyre, yep. Or as what we used to sing at the time, Mull of King's Cross. That's all I can remember. And the irony there actually is that wasn't Girls' School about a prostitute? Yeah, so break out those bagpipes. And if you can't, your neighbours I'm sure will be quite happy with you. Okay, next up, there's 100 copies. No, I've got a few different copies of this particular one, With a Little Luck. So that one's from the UK, and it's nice of them to tell us who the artist was on the cover as well. So you've got yourself some yellow wings. Sounds like something you'd have with a bit of, have crumbed or something with a bit of lemon. And then we've got the Italian pressing to With a Little Luck, with Treaty Di LP London Town. Actually, let's see what the... Yeah, oh, okay. Alright, well, it was the Italian single cover. See, I buy these second hand, and I've just noticed that it's the Australian pressing of the single. I never paid that attention. I just bought it for this. Not as bad as the AC/DC single. No, hang on. Yeah. Not as bad as when I found a Spandau Ballet single in a Rubettes picture sleeve. So yes, there we go. An Australian pressing of With a Little Luck, bound by an Italian cover. Well, yeah, okay. I'll just put that back and forget about it until next time I haul it out. And I did say a few pressings of With a Little Luck, and this one is from Germany. I'll just check if there's Australian pressing inside though. No, we're right. This is an actual pressing from the country of origin. Interesting look at the logo though. If looking at it quickly, it looks more like wigs. Wugs? Wongs? Gee, I wonder what they were looking at in the photo. And next up is the Dutch pressing of I've Had Enough. Well, in that case, I'll see ya. Hopefully I shall see you in the next one. Tell you blah blah blah, ciao. No, not yet. EMI Bombema Holland. Okay. So this is the Dutch copy of I've Had Enough. Now, the next pressing of I've Had Enough I actually did use on a previous video. It was about really bad or disturbing picture sleeve covers, and looking at this, you'll see why. the ads actually were like that as well. So, some of the ads from NME and things like that. So there we go. Paul has had enough spaghetti, it seems, and so he only has eyes for. And this is the UK copy. We've got eyes flying around the room. Yeah. Maybe that's what the spoon's for. You'd need more than one, wouldn't you? And of course, this is the Australian pressing to London Town, because, hey, we've got an album by that name, so we may as well release a single by the same name too. Sort of makes sense. Yeah, I don't quite get this one. It's a, I don't know if it's a bootleg or an official bootleg or whatever the story is, but there we are from about 1979 with the last incarnation of Wings is Scrambled Egg. Recorded in Limphy Castle. Yeah, sure. I like how they try and make it look as official as they possibly can, though. And then I say it and it is official. All those weird anomaly things that get put out from time to time. Yeah, so whether it's a bootleg or not, it's still some scrambled egg. Oh, that would be a play on the fact that Yesterday was originally called Scrambled Eggs, so they're going for an alternate title and blah 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 blah. And the last lot of singles were quite bland actually, because I don't have any picture sleeve things to go with them. So that's the Australian pressing to Good Night Tonight. Bit of disco there from the pen of Fab Macca. And then you've got the British pressing to Old Siam Sir. Maybe this was an attempt at, well, let's make it look cheaper. I don't know what that's all about, but not content with doing that for Old Siam Sir, Australia did it with the Getting Closer single. Yeah, but at least with that one, the egg's in the centre. This one is a little bit off key, a little bit out of sync. So you're getting closer to the middle, whereas in Old Siam Sir, a little bit slightly down to the right. And last but not least, you've got An Arrow Through Me with Old Siam Sir on the B-side. Not quite sure what that was all about. But that's an Australian pressing there. So I'll just put these away, and there'll be a nice edit about now. Anyway, I'm back from that edit, just like that, eh? Pretty good. Alright, I've come to the end of my spreading of wings. Actually, if wings spread like that, it would be quite confusing for the poor thing. Alright, hopefully you enjoyed this one and got to the end and hearing me hoping you enjoyed it. And if you did, please do all the likes and subscribes and the bells and the whistles and all of that sort of thing, because I like waving my arms around. It makes it a bit difficult to type out the descriptions though. I do stop that. Okay, please take care of yourself, and hopefully I shall see you in the next one. Okie dokies. Ciao.